Hello, my name is Kalia Whitaker, and today I will be informing you about communications, networks, the internet, and the World Wide Web today. Fair use is a legal doctrine that promotes freedom of expression by permitting the unlicensed use of copyright protected work in certain circumstances. The first three objectives that we will learn today will be the history of communication, the basic components of communication, and computers in education. Communication describes the process in which two or more computers or devices transfer data, instructions, and information, with the ability of people being able to communicate through via email, voicemail, video conferencing, and the internet has changed the way people communicate. A communication network is a collection of computers and other equipment organized to share data, information, hardware, and software. Three components of a basic communication system are two computers where one is to send and one is to receive, communication devices that send and receive data, and a communications channel over which data is sent. On the present slide are some questions that would ask how technology and education has evolved. And I would like for you to take the time to read each question and come up with an answer to discuss with the class. The following three objectives will explain how the internet works, describe the World Wide Web portion of the internet, and explain how web documents are linked to one another. When a computer sends data over the internet, the computer's software divides the data into small pieces, known as packets. Packets travel along the fastest path available via routers. Each packet contains the data as well as the destination, the sender, and the sequence information that is needed to be reassembled at the destination, which is known as packet switching. Communication protocol connect and transmit data across network, and the protocol used to define packet switching on the internet is Transmission Control Protocol, Internet Protocol. There are three main internet access providers, which are Internet Service Provider, Online Service Provider, and Wireless Internet Service Provider. An internet service provider is a regional or national internet service provider. A regional internet service provider is provided for a specific geographical area, whereas a national internet service provider allows access nationwide. An online service provider has members-only features that offer special content and a variety of services. A wireless internet service provider are internet-enabled mobile devices that include smartphones, tablets, computers, and e-book readers. There are many ways to connect to the internet, such as dial-up, when you use your computer and a modem to dial into an ISP or online service over regular telephone lines. A cable modem sends and receives data over the cable television network, such as Time Warner Cable. A digital subscriber line is another high-speed alternative that transmits data on existing standard phone lines. A satellite modem is similar to a cable or DSL modem. It communicates with a satellite via satellite dish. As highways connect major cities and carry the bulk of traffic across the country, the inner structure of the internet works just like the transportation system. The main communication lines that have the heaviest amount of traffic or data packets on the internet are collectively referred to as the internet backbone. The internet relies on an addressing system similar to the postal system to send data to a computer at a specific destination. Domain names such as that .edu, .org, and .k12 refers to the specific address of a website which contains the label that identifies the type of organization that maintains the website. The following three objectives will explain the use of a web browser software, explain how to use a web search tool, and identify several types of multimedia products available on the web. A web browser is an application software that allows users to access and view web pages or access Web 2.0 programs. There are a multitude of web browsers such as Firefox, Google Chrome, and Internet Explorer. Internet-enabled mobile devices such as smartphones, which uses a special type of browser known as a microbrowser. A microbrowser is designed for small screens and limited computer power. Many websites design a web page specifically for display on a microbrowser. In the image provided in this presentation displays the history list on the computer's web browser. In this list shows the history of tools that have been searched over the past 6 months. With the access of the history list allows you to re-access a web page that you have recently searched for. Websites are categorized based on the content it contains, such as portal, news, informational, business, education, entertainment, advocacy, blog, wiki, online social network, web application, contact aggregator, and personal. Many websites fall into more than one of these categories. For example, the online social network, such as a Facebook page, could also be categorized in business, a blog, and a personal web page. Searching information on the web can be challenging due to the sheer volume of content on the web. However, many websites do provide search tools and maintain organized directories of websites to help you locate specific information. There are two basic types of search tools that exist, which are search engines and subject directories. Search images such as Bing, Yahoo, MSN, and Google are specific web pages that allow you to search keywords. A subject directory is a type of search tool that allows users to navigate to areas of interest without having to enter keywords. Web pages contain more than just formatted text and hyperlinks. They also include multimedia, which is the combination of graphics, animation, audio, video, 3D modeling, and virtual reality. Combining text, audio, video, animation, and sound brings a web page to life, and it increases the types of information available on the web. Having multimedia included on a web page brings more entertainment interest in exploring a web page. The last objective we will discuss is what is the World Wide Web, who wrote the program, what are hyperlinks, and netiquette. The World Wide Web is a worldwide collection of electronic documents that have built-in hyperlinks to other related documents. The Internet has been in existence since the late 1960s, but the World Wide Web came into existence in 1991 from an English programmer known as Sir Tim Berners-Lee. A web server is the software that delivers requested web pages in a few seconds of searching. Each web page on a website has a unique address called a uniform resource locator. A URL consists of a protocol, domain name, and the path to a specific web page. Most web pages begin with http:// which is the hypertext transfer protocol, the communications protocol used to transfer pages on the web. Hyperlinks allows users to navigate from one page to another, and there are two main types of hyperlinks, relative and absolute. A relative hyperlink links to another document on the same internet server, and an absolute hyperlink links to another document on a different internet server. Other tools that are on the World Wide Web would be the File Transfer Protocol and Netiquette. The File Transfer Protocol allows you to exchange files with other computers on the internet. Netiquette is the short version for internet etiquette, which is the code of acceptable behavior you should follow out on the internet. Examples of netiquette in emails, news groups, and chat rooms would be to keep messages brief using proper grammar and spelling, also being polite and avoid using offensive language, and do not use all capital letters, which is equivalent to shouting. As we come to the closing of the presentation, the impact and future of the internet will allow students and teachers to connect with others around the world in the educational setting. The web will continue to evolve, and the use of communication devices are rapidly increasing. While the use of the internet will increase in the educational setting, the students will become more knowledgeable on a variety of topics. Thank you for viewing this presentation about communications, network, the internet, and the World Wide Web.